all fight fans? I go by the name of Ak.
And I'm Barak, the boxing bully.
Joining us now, friends of the room, former 168-pound world champion Caleb Plant.
What's up, champ?
What's going on, guys?
Slash designer. Now, you know, he's putting out some hot stuff, so we're going to get into all of that stuff. First, I just want to touch on where you are, like mentally, right, in your career, as far as like, you had some amazing fights. You put yourself to the test against the best in the world. What have you learned from your two losses, and where are you mentally now moving forward as a fighter?
Yeah, I think just proving to the world and proving to myself that, you know, I'm literally like right there at the top of, you know, the top of boxing, and, you know, with just a few adjustments here or there that, you know, I feel like I could beat anybody. You know, even with the two losses I've had, I don't feel like I've been in the ring with somebody who has more skills than me, you know, but it doesn't just take skills to win a fight. You know, there's obviously a lot of things that factor in. So my confidence is still high. I've been training like 6 days a week since end of May, beginning of June. And so I'm in great shape, been already sparring 8 rounds, 10 rounds, stuff like that. So
wow.
I'm in a good spot, and moving forward, just ready for what's next. You know, should be in hopefully at the very end of the year, right at the top, and just looking to, you know, be right in the biggest fight possible. Or if, you know, if I need to work my way back to a big fight by getting a tune-up fight or two, you know, so be it.
Now, I know you really setting your eyes on Jermall Charlo, and that would be a great fight. But if he's fighting Jose Benavidez Jr., he took another route. What other name do you even go to Al or go to Ludacubus and say, this is who I want, if Jermall doesn't want it?
I mean, I'm not necessarily sure. I feel like I'm so locked in on that, and that's what I want.
Damn.
And
but you're not going to wait for him, obviously, you know?
No, but like I said, if that means taking a tune-up fight in the meantime,
right,
to stay busy, then so be it. So if that's what it takes, or if that's what's needed, then, you know, I'm all for that, and then put me right back in a big fight. You know, that's what I'm looking for.
So when you heard he was fighting Jose Benavidez, what was your thought? Did you want to just go straight into a fight with him and not even wait for him to take a tune-up after 2 years, or what?
I mean, I'd be for it, but obviously, you know, I understand that he's been out for a minute, and, you know, if he feels like he needs to, you know, shake out or whatever it may be, then, you know, more power to him. But he sounds super confident. It's like we went to the Canelo fight a couple of weeks ago, you know, with Jermall and Canelo. Yeah. I'm standing there waiting to get in, and I do like a double take, and I see he's standing like right behind me, like 5 yards. And he's
Get the hell out of here.
I swear. And he's like staring at me all crazy, just like looking crazy. And then like a day or two later, he gets on Instagram Live, and that's when he's saying like, oh yeah, and one more thing. I want to let everybody know something. When I fight Caleb Plant, I'm gonna knock him the out.
Oh, that's when he said he was gonna knock you out and Gilly? That one?
Yeah. And in my head, I'm like,
Gilly.
Gilly the kid.
To get your point across, you could have just told me that, you know, when you seen me. You know what I'm saying? You could just let me know right there, but he didn't want to let me know. He wants to let everybody else know. Hey guys, one more thing. I got to say something. Make sure you're listening. And he wants to let everybody else know. So if you're so confident in being able to do that, we could have fought next, is what I'm getting at. You didn't have to. If you're so confident, we could just get right to it. So, you know, the confidence must not be too high.
You know, it's funny you brought that up of seeing him, because I was going to ask you, my next question was, you know, I know you addressed what happened for the Spence Crawford fight week. A lot happened. You've done interviews since then, but I was curious about the temperature being around each other. And I knew I seen him for the Canelo Jermall fight. I seen him around, and I saw you. So I was wondering how that atmosphere was going to be for you. But did you receive like any threats from his team, or was there any type of tension because of the incident that happened prior?
I received a few words, but like, I don't want to get into the details, you know, it really doesn't matter. Like, even at the fight, like y'all know me, you know, I'm calm, cool, and relaxed. And, you know, if it was up to me at the Spence Bud weigh-in, like, we never would have even spoke. You know, I'm just there with my wife. I'm going to catch up with everybody, check the weigh-ins, and I'm gonna be out. You know, I don't even stick around long. So
Did you leave your wife at home? I'm not sure if I saw her for the Charlo Canelo fight. You know, maybe worrying that something might jump off and you don't want to put in that position, or you were good?
I was good. Nobody's gonna do anything. Nobody's gonna put their hands on me. Obviously, nobody's gonna put their hands on her. Like,
that's good.
Nothing's gonna happen, you know. So
no, well, people forgetting that's his home, huh? like he's home. Like, come on.
No, I get it.
Safe in your own home.
Look, as far as me, like, I hope nothing ever goes down outside of a boxing ring, right? We want our sport to be put on a pedestal, that we have real professional athletes that know how to conduct themselves. But I know things happen, you know, and egos are involved and all that. But I want to address the elephant in the room.
But before you move on, but let me say one more thing. You know, I am a professional athlete.
No doubt.
But before that,
No, that wasn't a shot at you, though, because I understood you got your back pushed to the wall. I got it.
Yeah. You know, before that, I'm a man, and, you know, a man has a right to take up for himself. So, you know, that's
no doubt.
On that.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think that's what everybody got from you as well. I don't think you were attacked for doing what you did because of the situation. Now, we spoke to Boo Boo Andrade recently, and I addressed this. Look, obviously, it's news that Showtime is out of boxing. You've always been a Showtime fighter, you know, and been featured on.
He was a Fox fighter before.
No, but
he was repping Fox hard, though. He was repping Fox hard.
But Fox been gone for a while, right? And he's been Showtime ever since.
No doubt.
So my point is that what was your, you know, how worried were you? And did you make some calls right away? Did you call Lou or Al, like, hey, what's going on? What platform are we going to be on moving forward? What was your, you know, how did you take that?
Yeah, I mean, not worried, not haven't even given it too much thought, you know. Whatever happens with that, you know, is out of my control. My focus is what I can control, and that's training 6 days a week since June. And confident in Al of landing his fighters on a network or in a position, putting us in a spot where he's going to make sure that we're taken care of. You know, there's never been a day that's gone by where I felt like Al's not looking out for my best interest. And I'm sure there's a lot of other fighters that feel that way as well. So I haven't been worried about it. I haven't even spoken to Luis about it. Like, I know we're going to land somewhere, right? So I mean, it's like, and wherever I land, I'm going to shine. You know, it doesn't matter where I put my feet down. I'm going to shine because I'm going to show up prepared. And I'm one of the best in the world at what I do. So I haven't been worried about that. I've just been focusing on, you know, the things I need to focus on. Like I said, staying in the gym, training, being a daddy, you know, doing my thing with Revenge Tour. And that's it, really.
You mentioned Al. Did you speak to Al did he speak to you about the incident with Jermall at all since then? Give you any advice or anything you can touch on?
You know, I'll keep our conversations between
I respect
us,
that.
But, you know, it's just
knew you wasn't gonna get no answer from Caleb. Plan for that.
I was trying.
Not from Caleb.
Yeah, it's just you know, it's unfortunate. You know, that's not how things are supposed to go. You feel me?
Yeah, no doubt.
But some things sometimes comes up, so it is what it is.
All right, so what about David Benavidez? You guys had a great fight, pretty close fight. You know, I know you got that, what was it, an elbow, a headbutt or whatever, and blood was coming in your eyes. But right now, if you would have seen him, if it was David Benavidez standing behind you instead of Jermall Charlo the other day, what would that have been like? Yo, what's good, David?
I can't say for sure. I can't say for sure, honestly. Like, you know, I think it was at the Tank and Ryan fight. He actually come up to me, him and his girl, and was like, kind of, you know, gave me the face, like, you know, what's up, man, you know? And we dapped it up, and, you know, we all took a picture together, and it was cool. So I'm sure there's still competitive, a competitive energy between us, I'm sure. And, you know, that's a rematch that I want. You know, I would love to have that fight again.
Right.
I got sick a couple of weeks before that fight. I'm not sure saying that any of that rolled over into the fight, but I'm also not saying that it, you know, could have played its part. I feel like more so with the headbutt not being able to see, I started to try to go for the clinch more. Obviously your distance, you know, once your visions get messed up, distance can be a difficult thing to judge. But David, you know, he's a hell of a fighter, and, you know, you can check my track record. I've always said David's a great fighter. That's why I wanted to fight him to begin with. But at the same time, like, I definitely want to run it back. So
How does he fare?
I'm not into excuses neither, but I was wondering why it was so easy for people to say that you gassed out when I personally know I've spoken to Larry Wade about, the way you train. He says you are literally the hardest worker. Yeah. So in my mind, I'm saying, well, how is that so? Did he get hurt and he gassed out? Was he nervous and he gassed out? I don't get it. Maybe you being sick. I don't want to give you no excuse.
Yeah, don't do that.
But you kind of you kind of giving it to him. Well,
I'm talking like if I was talking. If the camera wasn't on, that's the way I would be talking.
Yo, Caleb, it's okay if other people give excuses for you, as long as you don't.
That's
do
a good point, and that's very true.
It's never been a work ethic thing with me. I guarantee you, I work harder than 99% of these fighters. I keep my weight in check. I live a clean lifestyle. Y'all know I'm not out much, so that's never been an issue for me. So as far as, and it's frustrating to hear, when I know the type of work that I put in and the type of energy that I give to this and have been for literally like 21 years straight, if people act like it's a conditioning thing, which kind of alludes to you almost insinuating that I don't work hard or don't work hard enough.
Of course, that's exactly what they're saying.
So, but you can't change everybody's mind, and I know what it is. Obviously, you've spoken to Coach Wade, so I'm sure you know what it is as well. But it's just part of boxing. You go up against great fighters, which that's what I'm in the business of doing. Sometimes you might come up short, but we're gonna keep at it.
Yeah.
How do you think Boo Boo Andrade is gonna fare against Demetrius? Look, you've been in his shoes before, wanting the big fight, wanting that big opportunity. He's still in that situation now. This is, I guess, arguably the biggest fight he's been in. How do you think that fight plays out, Caleb?
I'm not sure. Boo Boo, he's obviously a crafty fighter, and David is a good fighter as well. So I'm excited to see how things line up and things match up. We can all speculate, and but until the bell rings, it's hard to say.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I want to talk about this clothing line that you have, because I love when fighters, branch out of boxing and try to have a career in other things and start things like clothing lines. But what's more fascinating to me is the why, and when you might have it, you might start things for a good reason, or maybe it's money, or maybe it's because of adversity or something. So what's your why for starting this Revenge Tour clothing line?
Well, fashion is something that I've been into since I was young, whether it be the sneakers, clothes, whatever. Like, that's just something that I've always had a knack for and really been into. And I think the Revenge Tour slogan in general is just a good representation of my life, like way before any of y'all knew me, or even before I started boxing. And that was like when I was a little kid, just, the things that I've been through, the things I've overcame, and, just going out into the world, and regardless of like getting the short end of the stick or whatever trials or tribulations, life is thrown at me, just sticking to my guns and sticking to what I know what's right, and going out on life and getting revenge on life to put myself in the position, in the house or in the life that I'm in now. I mean, that's my revenge on life, and going from thing to thing and place to place and getting that revenge. I think people think of a revenge as like a negative thing, but if going out and getting revenge is your goal, and it forces you to do the things that you should do, whether it be discipline, whether it be going to sleep on time, or living the right lifestyle so you can get your revenge on life. I feel like a lot of people can relate to that.
Yeah, because when you say revenge, though, it's coming from a loss. It's coming from a setback. Exactly. You know what I mean? So that's why they say like
losses. We've all taken losses. We've 100%. All had setbacks. We've all been told something we can or can't accomplish, what we can or can't do. And just to go out in the world and show them otherwise, I mean, that's what the revenge tour is all about.
That's a great why. I like the concept there. I want to get to the source here. You're from Tennessee, right? Tennessee is not a place where people are known to be fashionable. So when did that fashion sense kick in? Like, was it when you started, when you moved to Vegas? Was it before? Because I think style doesn't come from having money. Like, you can be broke and know how to put things together, right? When did you start to realize, okay, I got some sauce here, man. I know how to put this together.
But you see how he just dissed your whole state, though, right? Y'all bunch of bums. Y'all bunch of bums.
I feel like I've had it since As I can remember, honestly, like, it's not like I've always had, the most money or been able to buy the nicest things, but that it's just, I think it probably stems from just being a kid who didn't have any of those things and just wanted, if I had to guess, it'd probably be something like that. But it's just something that I've always had a knack for, something I've always.
That was my thing. When you was talking about, when you've always had this when you was young, my first thought was, damn, well, how'd you grow up? Because when I was young, I was poor. I ain't have nothing. I ain't have no clothes. I remember I was in high school with 3 pairs of pants. You know what I'm saying? And my pants be dirty. I ain't had no washing machine. So I'd have to wear dirty clothes sometimes. You know what I mean? So I'm like, how did you know you was into fashion then?
I mean, anything that just is constantly grabbing your attention and has your focus, that's something that's going to be something you love. It's like, you can't even help it, but it's like, damn, this has my attention. This has my focus. This is so cool. Like, then you start studying and looking into it, and then your love for it or your attention for it grows and grows and grows. And it goes from something that's like a hobby to a passion. And just speaking on what you said, like, I can remember going to making Team USA. It's like the top 4 in each weight class make Team USA, the Olympic Training Center in Colorado. And we all went out there. And a lot of the guys that you see at the top of the sport was there. We were all there together. And I can remember I had like a pair of Nike running shoes, but they had a hole in the bottom of the big toe on the bottom. Every time I would run, I'd run holes in my socks. And that's even like, that was like 17, 18 right then. So it's like, I definitely know what it's like it doesn't come from like having money, ever since I started. Everyone who knows me knows my story, knows what it looked like growing up for me. So it's just something that always had my attention. I'm not sure why, but probably not having those things.
No, that makes sense. I mean, Barak, it's not that he had the money to buy those things, but you can still have interest in them and look and admire and, get to the day where you can buy it. All right. So look, Barak and I have done award shows and best dress. You've won best dress a couple of times on our show. What would you say? I guess I'm trying to get you to throw a shot here, but who's the worst dress fighter in boxing today actively?
Man, I don't even know. I don't want to do anybody like that.
Okay, but listen, how about this though? If you could just pick one boxer, you could have any boxer in the world wear your clothing line to promote it somewhere, who would that be?
I bet I can guess who he's thinking.
But tell the truth though. After he says it, you tell the truth.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you go first.
No. See, you messing it up.
Hold up. Are you thinking?
I think you're gonna help him. Don't help him.
Tank Davis.
He came to mind. Yeah, I would like Tank.
You picked Tank because he dressed similar. They dress a little similar sometimes. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I'm like, was he your first thought, Tank?
He's on the list. That'd be cool to have, Tank rocking. I could make him some custom, Tank revenge story gear. Have a No Limit soldier on the front of that thing. I could do, I could create some crazy stuff for Tank if he wanted. But me and Tank, we've been cool for a long time, and that's one of my guys. So it'd be a blessing to have him, want to rep that Floyd with everything, how big he is.
Yes.
But Floyd don't really have no style. Floyd. Let's be honest. I'm gonna put it out there. Floyd got bread, but he ain't got style.
I don't think that. I think that Floyd is. No, I think Floyd is in the eye every day. So you're gonna get some outfits that you just don't like. That's just we're all different.
Honestly,
we're all different.
Me,
I'm not talking about those goofy outfits with the boots. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about in general. He's not a guy that got natural style that knows how to cop. He gonna buy everything in the store, the name brand stuff. But style is somebody that knows how to grab a t-shirt from Zara, some kicks from here, there, and put it together. He doesn't have style. Like he's one of the best fight ever. He just don't got style. That's all I'm saying.
And for me, it'd be a huge blessing for
of course,
everybody to want to take to it.
But he just messed that up for you, Caleb. He just messed the whole campaign up.
Caleb didn't say
once Floyd hears this,
that's
it. That's it. He's not rocking it. See what he did right there?
But honestly, I would love for everybody to take to it. But if nobody in boxing takes to it, I can guarantee you that Revenge Tour is going to be a major brand one day. I can personally guarantee you that, whether the boxing community takes to it or whoever does and whoever doesn't, I can guarantee you that whatever I put my hands on and whatever I get to, I'm going to be able to run that up because I know what it takes to do that, whether it be the studying, whether it be the, connecting and talking with people. Stuff, like I said, if I get into it, it's because I'm passionate about it. And if I'm passionate about it, I can run anything up.
You have your hand in any designing? I'm sorry, you have your hand in on any of the designing on your clothing line?
That was my question.
I design all of it.
Really?
Yeah. Now I have people who are good with Adobe Illustrator who
graphic designers.
I tell them what I want and they put it together on Adobe Illustrator. But as far as like the designs, my boy Steve is the one who does a lot of that. And my guys Ray and Randall who live out here in Vegas, they help me with some of it too. But as far as like the designs themselves and like whether it be on a canvas jacket and pants or whatever, those are all my ideas.
What about the fit and the fabrics? Are you heavily involved in all of that?
All of that from A to Z. I'm involved. You know, I don't like to be, I want it to be what's in my vision. You know, I want it to be what's in my head, and I'm gonna put it out there. People are either gonna take to it or they're not. But at the end of the day, at least it's something that I'm creating. I don't want to be in a position where other people create something and it's got my name on it. Like I want to be the one to make it.
All right, so can I ask you a favor? Can you let us know when you're going to drop something? Because trying to get your stuff, you trying to make it like Jay's, making it so exclusive, we can't get to it. So can you let us know first?
Can we get some exclusive? And then we
send you our card info. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we ain't got to miss out, please.
They definitely send me the card info. I'm going to keep that.
I'll send you Ox card info immediately after
y'all ain't getting nothing for free, all right? But I would definitely cop the brand because I actually like it. And I wanted one of the shirts and it was sold out. And I tried to DM
I got a couple of shirts on the way to y'all right now, as a matter of fact.
Man, appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate that.
Right
Thank you, brother.
I'm releasing on Halloween. So
nice.
That's when I'm dropping.
So the goal is to definitely have Revenge Tour, you know, the brand in major retail stores and maybe a brick and mortar one day, but a major streetwear brand, not necessarily a boxing brand, right?
No, it's not a boxing brand. This is like a lifestyle brand.
Lifestyle.
Whether you're at dinner, you know, wherever you know, there's something you could throw on with any pair of sneakers or clothes or whatever. I mean, it's going to be up to date and probably better quality than, no offense, but most of the clothes that everybody has at home is going to be top-notch quality. So, but yeah, that's the goal. Like here soon, I'm gonna have my own gym, my own boxing gym with, you know, it's obviously going to be top of the line, strength and conditioning section, you know, ice baths. There's going to be by athlete for athletes. And then in the front, you know, it's going to have, like basically where, you know, I would sell my retail clothes or Jordan's clothes or, you know, doing collabs with other brands and stuff like that. So it's going to be here in Vegas, but it's going to take you, you know, a little bit to get up and going, but watch and see. It's going to be the nicest gym that Vegas has ever seen.
You know, you mentioned collabs, and that was my next question, Caleb. What would you say is your favorite brand out there that you like to rock, that you would love to do a collab with?
Probably Warren Lotus. I'm a big Warren Lotus fan.
He's dope.
I like Alex Miller. He's got a brand called For Those Who Sin, which is all of us. You know, that's for everybody.
Yeah, wow. That's for everybody. Right? Yeah,
that's true. Never heard of it, but I heard of the sin part, and I've done those.
A couple of other guys too out there that I would, you know, I have my own to hopefully do a collab with.
Right. I don't know why this came to mind, but do you have anything that's inspired by your daughter?
Not specifically like I make a shirt and this is inspired by her, but I'm just inspired by her. You feel me too? Like use my time wisely. Like life is short, whether you get here and you're gone quick or whether you make it to the very end, like it's in the blink of an eye. So I'm inspired by her to just really just see how much I can accomplish, how much I can do, how far I can make it, you know, before my time expires and I'm up out of here. Like, yeah, she's like one of my biggest inspirations. So yeah, she inspires me with everything I do, really.
Mm-hmm. You know, well, I'm looking forward to the drop. I love the brand and the style. Hopefully we get a fight date soon. As of now, nothing in the air, no names being thrown at you. You really want the Jermall Charlo fight, and that's what you're waiting on.
Not waiting, but yeah, that's the fight that I want. And in the meantime, the biggest fight we can make or whatever we need to do to keep things moving is the plan. And whoever it is, you know, they just need to know that this is honestly going to be the best Caleb plan that y'all have seen yet, and I can guarantee that.
But do you have an idea on when a date, like a ballpark figure, when you're gonna be back?
Like January, February.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, we're looking forward to it. Caleb, thanks for taking the time as always, champ, and look forward to everything that you got going on, man.
For sure, man. I always appreciate you guys. Thank you.